today's video I'm making some My Little Triangle boxes. I'm going to try and use what's in this, you know, my slightly larger pieces if I can, but you can use anything. I've got cardstock here in different colours. I would have liked it in blacks and whites. I tend to use all those. I've got the brown, I've got blues and everything, but I'm going to see what's in this box first of all. I have made these before, and you can make them out of any sort of cardboard, thick paper and everything. Not too thin, else it would be a bit flimsy, but this is sort of what's got my eye. I could use either. That is a little bit flimsy, but we'll take that one out. As I said, this sort of card is sort of better, and that would probably make a nice box. As I said, I'm trying to do some talking this time. I've got a bit there, I might be able to use that bit. Very easy. I said I've made them a number of times, and I just wanted to sort of, you know, make some. I can make these very quickly and make them for any sort of occasion. I tend to have these rather than Christmas crackers now. I quite like all these sort of papers. These are quite, this is about the right sort of thickness, so I can use all those sort of bits. I've got this box that I've got slightly bigger bits of card and paper, and I've got another box that's got sort of smaller bits in. This is like cut off when I've had my new quilt set and everything, in case I want to use it for something. These are cut off from calendars, kept all those sort of things, but I think I've got enough to sort of I've even got bits of wallpaper in here. There is some black paper. I might take that bit out. So I've got a few bits here, so I'm going to start with those, and we'll take it from there. Realistically, you don't need a lot of specialised equipment. A ruler, pencil, scissors, hole punch, but you can make it your own if you want. And let's start with these, I think. Right, the measurements can be different, so I'm going to use the reverse side for my measurements. Let me just see how wide this one is, and that is 15. So if I'm going to take it down to 14, it depends on how big you want these boxes to be, so I'm going to take it down to 15. I should say 14 centimeters, but like I said, it depends on how big you are. I'm guessing here for the measurements, and then I can take it from there to find out if this is going to be too big or too small. But then again, larger things can have smaller gifts in. Smaller ones I put sweets or chocolates or something in. So along the width I've done 14 centimeters, and the length is 15. It looks like it's about 30 centimeters. So I'm just going to cut this along. As I said, there's no precise measurements. Again, you can play around with it to find out how big you wish to have the box, and take it from there. The main thing is to have it so you know your centre lines. That's the main thing. You need 2 centre lines, so we need like I said, to know that that is 14, so half of 14 is 7. And you do it the other side as well. These are so easy, even your children can make them like that. Then you want your halfway mark, so I'm going to do it this way. So you've got your halfway mark there, like that. Then you want to draw your lines, so it makes a diamond. So you go from the center bit to the center bit of your mark there. Except my ruler's not quite long enough. Try and get it as near as you can, because it helps getting the folds correct. So it's going to be a diamond, so you do it the other side as well, like I said, so it looks like a diamond. Like I said, I have been making these so many years, and I have made them for a number of different occasions and for different people. It's something that I can actually do while I'm watching TV. So you've got your marks there, so then you need to score it. Now there's a couple of ways of doing this, but scissors is not really ideal because you don't want to go through the actual card or paper. You want to make scoring lines. I have got a couple of scoring boards like this, but when I've done it in the past at a craft group, I've actually used a pen that doesn't work anymore, and I've even used 2 rulers as well. So there's a number of different ways of doing this, but as I said, you can use a pen or whatever. And what you need to do is you need to score it down the lines. Now I tend to do it lightly at first and then take it from there. Let me just get my board out because I don't want to go scoring through onto my gold mat here. So like I said, you can use 2 rulers or a pen. That doesn't work, but the best idea to do this is to do it a couple of times, and then you can see how it goes like that. So I know that I've done it correctly, not gone right through the paper, if that makes sense. I try and make easy crafts that anybody can do, and so that you've got the pieces at home. But I've done it craft group, like I said, had a ruler there and used the ruler to score, or a pen, as long as it's sort of blunt, pencil or a pen that is not working. But for quickness, I will use this. What's the point of having some of these items if you don't use them? So I always feel a bit self-conscious when I'm actually sharing these things and talking at the same time. Sometimes I can switch off, and so if there's a few pauses, it's probably because I'm concentrating or I'm forgetting to talk. So then you see if your folds are correct, like so, like so. So like I said, they're folds. You've probably seen these before, and this is how it goes. So you've got your diamond, and all it is going like that, and putting some holes in. As I said, this is a fairly big one, so this could be for a small gift, could be a thin pair of socks or whatever, but I want to show you the idea. So there's a couple of ways of doing your punching. So this way I'm going to try and see if it works out this way, see whether it'll go through my puncher. So looking at that line there, get it about even, punch away, and you've got your holes, and then like that. So that's where your holes are going to be for your ribbon. At this point you could rub out your lines, or you can decorate it. Sometimes I actually make it up and then I decorate it, because sometimes I don't do it on all sides, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and decide what I was going to do. I was thinking about doing some black and white sort of decor, because you know what, I'm concentrating on that more, but I don't want to pay an awful lot out on it due to the fact that I might change my mind the following year. So I'm going back to carrying on with these paper pads. One of them I've used quite a lot of. These are ideal as well. I'll probably use some of these as well, but like I said, I'm trying to use my scraps up, and I'm not sure if this is the one that I've used all of my black things up, but I can pick out some you know, some neutral things to go with my card here. I quite like that, eat, drink and be merry, and especially if you're going to put chocolates in there, that could be quite a nice one. So, and you've got like gingerbread house there, things like that. Or I could do it with the traditional red. I've got Xmas there. I might actually wonder, I could put Xmas going down maybe the centre bit. I might actually take that out and then see how I feel with my letters. So hopefully you're all doing well. I'm trying to get ahead here a little bit. Normally I have not actually started this sort of thing until about December, but I'm always running out of time. I'm rushing around, and then I think, oh, I'll do it next year, or it's too late sort of attitude. So that's why I'm sort of making a start now. And then, as I said, once I've shared this sort of process, then I can sit and make them in the evenings and that whatever. So there is my box. So I could put Xmas going down there, and those letters would actually fit. Maybe they don't show up that much on that sort of paper, more probably in the dark, but I'm going to leave those there and then decide what I'm going to use. I like this one. Chocolate is the answer. Who cares what the question is? Now that could be, and then I could put some chocolates in there. So let me have a look and see what, like, this is the reason why I sometimes don't share this process. I probably share something when I'm finished, like I did those clipboard decals. I had a rough idea what I was going to do, and because I was flapping about too much, I didn't actually video it. So that would look quite nice there. That would show up better. So I think I'm going to have that. And then I might put this bit in, maybe. I'm going to take a couple of these bits out and then play around with it and then decide what I want to use. I'm going to use that, I think, on maybe some darker paper, because I'm not sure that's going to show up. I quite like that. It looks like a red and white stripy ribbon. And then we've got some sweets here, so I might take those out. This is when I use a lot of my see-through pencil cases and stuff that I've got. There's a Merry Christmas that would actually probably show up more better on that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just play around with this for a little bit and see how I want to arrange it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That bit actually comes out. I might see if I've even got heart gem on in my embellishment drawer, so I quite like that there. And maybe I'll put some ribbon. The ribbon could be slightly going off like that. And do I need the candies? I could even put the candies on the reverse. So I think I tend to sometimes, you know, thinking it needs a bit more, it needs a bit more. If you're a crafter, you understand where I'm coming from. A bit more, and then you're thinking, no, it's too much. And then sometimes I'm trying to take stuff off. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to start with that one. I'm going to use UHU glue, I think, for this. So like I said, hopefully everybody's doing well. If you're doing any crafting yourself or trying something that you haven't done before, please let me know. It doesn't have to be what I'm doing. Any ideas you've got. We're all trying to budget. We're all trying to keep you know, the funds as low as we can. But as I said, this could be I've had them before in a basket or something, and I've gave them away as gifts, you know, sort of as people are leaving, party favours and everything. So I think I'm going to do that coming down the side. I quite like that idea. The best thing about this, you don't have to use glue. You can use glue dots. You could use the what you call them, the paper glue. There's a lot of, you don't have to have strong glue like I'm using. I'm just got this on hand. I seem to buy a lot of this, but I have to be careful of the smell. I am in a very ventilated room. There's no door on my cubby, so there you go. So I think I'm going to have it that way and have that coming down. And like I said, you don't have to have a lot of glue. And the best thing about these boxes, you can make them up and then reopen them to put your gift in. So I'm going to sort some ribbon or something out. I might see if I've got some red or something. So if you'll excuse me a moment, I'm just going to sort and see what red one I've got. So I've just got a little bit of this ribbon left. I thought I had a bit more. I was given this bit, but it's got the sort of cream on, but it's got the red on. It's got little hearts and it's probably more Valentine's Day, but I'm going to use it for this one anyway. And all you've got to do is then fold it through your holes of your box. So I tend to start one side and then thread it through like so. And like I said, I can make these up, and then I can, if I want to, reopen them up to put the gift or chocolates inside. Sometimes I do it that way, like I said, because I might decorate it after I've actually made the box. Like I said, sometimes, you know, you don't really know how much decorating you're going to do. So I'm going to pull that through. Don't want to rip it too much. So I can go through, because it's quite thick. I should have probably used a bit of thinner, but again, it's about using all those scraps. It's probably not going to be very neat because I'm going to have to undo it. So there we are. It's come through like so. So all you need to do is make a bow like so, and say this is not going to be perfect because I just wanted to sort of give you an idea of the box, like there. And there you have an easy gift box. Like I said, you make it as big as you want or as small as you want, like so. So that is the box. I just wanted to quickly share again how I make it. I'll probably make quite a few of these, and then you might see those in the next part of this video. But let me know if you do make these boxes or if you've made them before. As I said, I've made these for absolute years and they always go down the tree, and that's quite a fair size actually. Sometimes I make them slightly smaller if they're going to go on a dinner plate or something, whatever. But this sort of thing, you know, you could put, I don't know, a little note inside there, some chocolates, and even a little gift. You could even make a party hat. I'm not one for Christmas crackers anymore. It was different when our kids were little, and occasionally we've had them when a granddaughter, but she loves little boxes like this. But there we are. So there is a easy to make gift box for any occasion, not just for Christmas. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.